All right, Grandma, you ready?
Yes, I am. Absolutely. You take her up first, and I'll wait back here for you.
What a beautiful day, Levi.
It sure is.
Oh, Grandpa would have loved every minute of this. I guess he's with us in spirit. His first grandchild, and I know he always had special thoughts of you anyhow. Somehow you were always his buddy.
I was like hanging out there and
Yes, you did.
doing all the farming.
Oh, he loved every minute of it, I'm telling you that.
You want to sit on the left or the right?
Huh?
You want to sit on the left or the right?
On the left, that's what we're supposed to do. Left the second row.
Sure.
Thanks. Love you.
See you in a bit.
Then you can stand down there a little more. Your usher looks like a bouncer.
What's he supposed to be doing?
Keeping the riffraff out.
Am I allowed to look when she comes up?
Wait till she's at the center aisle. So don't turn around and look. I'll tell you when you can look at her. Because we'll get the photographer in place. So when you cry, she looks gorgeous.
Ain't gonna happen.
She looks hideous. I'm just kidding. I love your dad's shoes.
I know, they're awesome.
He's pretty stunning with his shoes.
Likes to flex on them.
Eloise is not having any of this.
I can
I'm
imagine.
done. Ready, bud?
Huh?
Here it is.
Can I look?
Best. Woo!
I can look?
Hello? Hey, that's better. Welcome. Today is a celebration. A celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of Levi and Saharra, who have decided to share their celebration with those closest to them. The marriage ceremony has been an important feature across every culture, religion, generation, and society. We have thousands of important moments that happen throughout our lives, but this one is regarded as one so critical that we acknowledge its special status by sharing it with others. Despite all of our differences, love is what we all share. It's a great unifier, our one universal truth, that no matter who we are, where we have come from, or what we believe, we know this one thing. Love is what we are doing right. That's why the both of you are standing here. That's why all of you have joined us today. We have loved in all our lifetimes, and in this moment we are reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of our humanity. Marriage is a bold step in an unknown future. It is risking who we are for the sake of who we can be. In marriage, two lives are intimately shared, and the blending of the two must not diminish either one. Rather, it should enhance the individuality of each partner. Each of us knows that marriage is not created by a law or by a ceremony, but rather it occurs in the hearts of two human beings. It grows out of loving, out of caring, and sharing ourselves with another. This ceremony is not magic. It's not going to create a relationship that doesn't already exist and has not already been celebrated in all the commitments Levi and Saharra have made to each other, both large and small, in the days since they first met and recognized their connection to one another. So in witnessing this ceremony today, we are observing only an outward sign of an inward union that already exists between Levi and Saharra. This ceremony is a symbol of how far they have come together and a symbol of the promise that they will make to each other to continue their lives together and to love each other solely and above all others. All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short and others are long. Some are yet unwritten, while others are just getting to the good part. Some begin because somebody was hungry and he lucked out that when he saw that beautiful girl in the hallway. That beginning brings them here. A time to pause, to look back, and smile at all the moments that brought them to this point, and a time to look ahead at all the moments that are still to come. We are all here because we want those moments for you. We are here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love is not just happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your own story. It is not one moment, not even this moment. It is every moment. The big ones like saying I love you and moving in together, getting engaged, but mostly a million little ones that come in between those big moments. Falling asleep next to one another, making dinner together, spending holidays with your families, binge watching Netflix shows, getting a big hug when you get home from work. Those everyday moments fused together into one big experience. Even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try to describe it. That's just the way it is with love. It's meant to be felt and experienced, but not described. Trying to describe love is one of our favorite pastimes. We use the words we have and write stories and poems and songs about love. We describe love in different ways, and love can look different from one person to the next, but we all know love when we see it, and we see it with the both of you.
Oh.
You fell in love by chance, but you're here today because you're making a choice. You are both choosing each other. You have chosen to be with someone who enhances you, who makes you think, makes you smile, and makes your everyday brighter. You have known each other for years, from the first glance of an acquaintance to this moment of commitment. At some moment, you decided to get married. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in the car, or over a meal, or during long walks, all of those sentences that began with when we're married, and continued with I will, and you will, and we will, all those late night talks that included some days and somehows, all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. Just two people working out what they want, what they believe, and what they hope for. All of these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it. I meant every word. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. An acquaintance, friend, companion, and even a teacher, for you have learned so much from one another over these last several years. You are about to make promises to each other that will be the foundation of your wedded life together. You will vow to take care of each other, to stand up for one another, and find happiness in the other. There is a simple premise to each of these promises that you are vowing to be there. You are teaming up and saying to the other, every experience that I'm going to have, I want you to be a part of. So will you, Levi, keep Saharra as your favorite person, to laugh with her, to go on adventures with her, support her through life's tough moments, be proud of her, grow old with her, and find new reasons to love her every day?
I do.
Will you, Saharra, keep Levi as your favorite person, to laugh with him, to go on adventures with him, support him through life's tough moments, be proud of him, grow old with him, and find new reasons to love him every day? Will the both of you be each other's partners from this day forward? Will you bring out the best in one another, share your happiest and hardest moments together, love each other absolutely for the rest of this lifetime and for whatever may come next?
We do.
You've both chosen to wear rings as a reminder of these promises. People often say wedding bands are a perfect circle with no beginning and no ends. But these rings did have a beginning. The stones were formed a long time ago, deep within the earth. Eventually, a series of lucky events caused them to rise to the surface, where someone dug them up. Metal was then liquefied in a furnace at 1,000 degrees, and it was molded, cooled, and painstakingly polished. Something beautiful was made from raw elements. Love is like that. It comes from humble beginnings, through a combination of serendipity and effort. Imperfect beings shape it into something extraordinary. It is the process of making something beautiful where there was once nothing at all. As you look at these rings over the years, I hope you remember that. You have created something invaluable, and just as I know that you will protect these rings, I'm confident that you will protect the commitments you're about to make to each other today. May we have the rings? Thank you. Levi? Levi, place this ring on Saharra's finger and repeat the following promises. Saharra, with this hand, I will lift your sorrows.
With this hand, Saharra, with this hand, I will lift your sorrows.
Your cup will never be empty,
Your
for
cup-
I will be your wine.
Your cup will never be empty, for I will be your wine.
With this candle, I will light your way in the darkness.
With this candle, I will light your way in the darkness.
With this ring, I ask you to be mine.
With this ring, I ask you to be mine.
Now, Saharra, place this ring on Levi's finger and repeat the following promises.
Good luck.
Levi, with this hand, I will lift your sorrows.
Levi, with this hand, I will lift your sorrows.
Your cup will never be empty, for I will be your wine.
Your cup will never be empty, for I will be your wine.
With this candle, I will light your way in the darkness.
With this candle, I will light your way in the darkness.
With this ring, I ask you to be mine.
With this ring, I ask you to be mine.
And you can finish putting the ring on. It's a little warm up here, so the ring isn't quite fitting right.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can sit down.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize everybody was still standing.
Sorry. Thanks.
May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements that a marriage should bring. May you not need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you look for things to praise, often say, I love you, and take no notice of small faults. May you have happiness, and may you find it making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it loving one another. If you guys would like to join hands. These are the hands of your partner, young and strong and full of love, holding your hands as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you together build your future. These are the hands that will hold you and comfort you in grief and uncertainty. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will hold your family as one, and these are the hands that will give you strength. These are the hands that even when wrinkled in age, will still be reaching for yours, giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Best man's going to be my microphone stand for this part. A wedding is largely about symbols. Symbols are important and helpful because they make an idea and value concrete and physical. Something we can see and a feeling and a promise that may have faded over time. Hand fasting is a symbol like this. It's one of the world's oldest wedding traditions, found in cultures all over the world. In joining hands, Levi and Saharra symbolize how they freely offered their lives to one another. And in fastening their hands together, the ribbon symbolizes how Levi and Saharra leave this place today with lives now bound up together. How after today, an idea of two stories that come together and two sets of hope and desires for the future are joined in commitment and intention. Levi and Saharra, as I fasten your hands together and tie the knot, I invite invite you to reflect on the joy and responsibility that awaits you. From today, being bound together in the commitment and intention of marriage means that each of you is a lifelong safe place to love and be loved by each other.
Yay.
May you know and feel, always remember that together in this marriage, you are deeply known and deeply loved. Now, with great joy, in front of all of your closest friends and family, and by the authority given in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Yay!
You may kiss.
Oh. Take it down, Youngie. Oh, whoops.
Just left Megan with the bouquet.
My bad.
I was like, where are you going?
We're running away. I'm stealing you for myself.
I guess so.
You can never leave.
I know. Levi just stole me.
You want to turn around and grab him? How are you going to live life like that? Very tasty.